What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chazz, and we are at episode 3, not 6, 3 of Chazz's rock record review. And just on cue here, somebody is creeping her way into the camera because she knows we're recording, and she's just the cutest. Look how cute this baby is. She's so cute. She's so cute. Do you like Metallica? No. I don't like Metallica. My favorite rock band is Kitty. Oh, of course it's Kitty. All right, you get out of here. Okay. So, as always, she has to come and join us. She messed up my camera a little bit, but we look good. Today, we are bringing you probably the most famous heavy metal album of all time. Of all time. I know that's my Kanye thing. Kanye did that like 15 years ago, but I'm old. And that is the self-titled Metallica album, commonly referred to as the Black Album. And why is it referred to as the Black Album? Because there's your cover. Strictly black. I mean, it's hard to see with these lights, but yeah, you can kind of see there. You got the Metallica logo down here. You got the snake. Snake, oh, it's a snake. So this is the 2021, I believe, repressing of the 1991 album, the Walmart exclusive. I don't have the original. See, those mid to early 90s vinyl are actually hard to come by because vinyl was dying then, so there wasn't a lot of. You good over there? You're just scratching my couch. I mean, everybody can hear it. Everybody can hear you scratching my couch. I'm not scratching the couch. Yes, you are. We heard you. Are you coming back? Are you gonna come talk some Metallica? Okay, sorry. So, yeah, the things you get with kittens running around. So those early 90s and mid 90s vinyls are actually hard to find. And if you have any, they're probably worth something. So, but alas, this is the remaster, the re-release, I guess. It's 30-year anniversary. Maybe it was this is 2021. Yep. So this was the 2021 re-release, and let's check it out. First off with the insert, which is lyrics, and you've got Kirk Hammett and Jason Newsted up top there, looking all creepy. On the other side, you got James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich. Got the lyrics from all the songs. All the songs written basically by Hetfield, Ulrich, and Hammett. Newsted's on one of them. Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so this album here is pressed on, I believe they call it some blacker marble vinyl. I don't know what that means, but it's got, also, by the way, for some of you guys just getting into the collector's items, this also comes with a card, and on this card, and I got to cover up the numbers here, on this card, you get a free download of the album to put on your iPod. Like, really? Like, who's going to do that? But still, like, maybe you do rock an iPod. I rocked an iPod until 5 years ago or so, and I kind of it's not that I miss it, it's just easier to stream now, and especially now that my phone has more storage and I can keep the Spotify app, and I pay for Spotify, so it's easy to stream. But let's check out the actual vinyl. And it's a dual vinyl, but I'm only going to show you one because they're the same. So here we go. Now you can see on this one that it is a smoky black gray, translucent vinyl. You can kind of see my thumb there, and 33 RPMs, 3 songs. I believe 3 songs and 3 songs. Yeah, 3. And, I didn't show the back cover. You got Le Snake on the back cover there as well. And, let me tell you, we're not going to get into the songs yet. That'll be our next segment. We'll talk about the songs. But the sound on this vinyl is absurd, man. It's 180 gram. It is, I'm telling you, now I got a nice setup. You see my Fluence RT85 on the intro. I mean, that's an expensive record player, and that's not me flexing a muscle here. That's just it is what it is. It sounds great. I've got a blue Ortofon needle stylus on there. This helps it sound great. You know, I've got to connect it to a receiver that I had as a teenager, you know, in the early 2000s, and it's older than that. It's got to be an 80s, 90s receiver. The speakers I use are Sony room speakers, you know, the stand-up ones, probably up to my chest. No, not that high. It's up to my belly button, maybe. That I got at Savers for $12, and they kick. You put this album on, the kick drum and the bass, I don't want to say shatters, because that's an exaggeration, but like it just shakes the room. You could feel it in your chest, and that's how you're supposed to be. The riff sounds so good on this album. It's a very, very crisp and clean album to listen to. But let's talk about the music.
This
is either going to be the most expensive home movie ever, or like we will never have any friends in the music business again.
This is the title track off the untitled album Metallica. It's called Don't Tread on Me.
Heavy metal seems to be getting into like a cartoony kind of a thing. All these like fancy word plays for album titles and all these kind of cartoon things on the cover. It's just like, I think we'd really like to kind of shy away from that. That's going into everything from album titles to album covers to stage setups and everything like that. So that's kind of where our minds are at the moment. A little big.
Okay, so let's talk about Metallica's self-titled Metallica, or as people like to say, the Black Album. Let me just read an excerpt here from the Wikipedia. Metallica promoted Metallica with a series of tours. Everybody remembers that 91, 92 tour, the stadium tour with Guns N' Roses and Faith No More, which I was only 6 years old for when it came around. I know my brother went to it and loved it, so, and had a good time and has great stories about it, and I'm kind of jealous, to be honest. So, I mean, that's cool. This album had 5 singles on it. 5. That's a lot, you know, considering I think the Hawthorne Heights album lastly had 2, right? So, I mean, that's a lot. Hey, is this 92? This album was released up, nope, 91, sorry. I was going to say it's our second album of 92, but the release date on this was August 12th of 1991. All right, it was recorded at the One on One studio, and that is, of course, with Bob Rock. And this was his era. And damn, did he did a good job on this. The singles on this album are Enter Sandman, The Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters, Wherever I May Roam, and Sad But True. Wow, Sad But True was released as a single February 8th, 1993. It's a year and a half into the cycle of this album. It's a long time, but that's awesome. That's really cool, considering Enter Sandman was released July 29th, 1991. Right? Like, that's cool to see that. This album went 6, not obviously in 1991, but overall now, as of I think 2012, it was 16-time platinum, which means this album has sold 32 million copies. Like, yo, that is so much. And I get it. It's people like me too who own the CD and then buys the, vinyl, and like it's probably more now because of these vinyl represses and stuff. But still, dude, 32 million people have bought this album. It's crazy. I can't believe it that it's that much. On Rolling Stone's 2020 list, this album was ranked 235 in the top 500 greatest albums of all time. But it's Rolling Stone, so you can just take that information and throw out the window because they're trash and garbage, so it doesn't matter. It also has become the second longest charting traditional title in history, only behind The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Because this... I missed it. Metallica became the fourth release in American history to enter the 550-week milestone. So this was on the Billboard 200 for 550 weeks. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's 10 years. That's 10 years. This is in the top 200. Now, I don't think it's consecutively, obviously, but still, a total of like 10 years. Like, that's nuts. Craziness. Okay. So now... I think people are over it, but a lot of like old school metal fans used to hate this album because of it's not as thrash as the previous albums. It's not as thrash as Master of Puppets or things like that. So like that's how just the metalheads are, and I think they're over it now. Also, this had, let's get into it. Let's get into the tracks. Let's do the track-by-track breakdown of this album. I just want to see, I'm looking at the chart positions. Did it go number one? Yeah, it was number one in America. I was just making sure. It was number one on the rock and number one on the U.S. Billboard 200. So, that's a big deal. You're not going to get too many heavy metal albums that cross over like that. So, awesome. Anyway, let's talk about it. Track 1, Enter Sandman. Y'all know this song. When I saw Metallica this past summer, the summer of 2022, they played the song third, and I was just kind of surprised. But because of Stranger Things and Master of Puppets, it's not their biggest song anymore. And we all like Master of Puppets more anyway. But yeah, I was surprised they played Enter Sandman, but this album just kicks you in the face. Enter Sandman, track 2, Sad But True. Track 3, Holier Than Thou. Yeah, now it's not a single, but Holier Than Thou is just so driving and heavy. Like, I love that song. Just such a awesome song, dude. Awesome song. Then the Unforgiven, Wherever I May Roam. Y'all know those songs. Don't Try to Hide Behind. Don't Tread on Me is groovy. It's just it makes you bop your head, and of course the riff's heavy. The sound that they got in their guitars and their drums in this album was so good, so heavy and bassy. Like, it's got a lot of bass to the riffs, and that's something that I look for in my sound, right? So, I love this album. I always have. Then you've got and then so Don't Tread on Me, I would say, is like just groovy metal, like almost like Pantera-esque, Then you got Through the Never, which is, not as popular of a song. It's okay. It's probably the worst song on the album, which is okay. It's still a good song. Heavy Then Nothing Else Matters, which a lot of the metalheads are going to cry about, even though Metallica has done, like, ballady stuff before. In different senses, like Fade to Black is definitely a slow song, but this one's different. Acoustic guitar and really slow, killer guitar solo, which I don't believe is Kirk. I actually believe James plays that guitar solo. One of my favorites, one of the first ones I've ever learned. Then we got Of Wolf and Man, which is just a cool driving song too. Really bassy. The God That Failed, My Friend of Misery, The Struggle Within ends on this album. Like, really like cool bassy tunes. Not to be slept on. Like, My Friend of Misery is such a cool slow, not slow like Nothing Else Man, just like a slowy like a Black Sabbath-y type song. And like, you look at that end of the, there's 5 singles and then the 7 non singles tracks. They're all killer. They're all really good, and they're worth it. Like if you don't know these deep cuts, you should listen to them because they're really good. And I love this album, and I think growing up, it was one of the first albums I ever remember loving. I remember like learning the drum parts when I was a kid because I was a drummer first, and I remember like just like air drumming this stuff and watching all the videos come out on MTV. So like this album meant a lot to me back in the day. And then of course, when I was a stuck up metalhead like all you guys, it was Metallica was they were good until the Black Album came out. Blah, 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 they went on MTV and blah 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 blah. Okay, all right, that's not who I am anymore. This album's a banger. It's not my number one favorite Metallica album of all time, but it could be 2 or 3. And it's so good. And dude, this repress, it sounds so good. It sounds so good. Like, stop listening to music on your phone, guys. Like, get yourself a home system and enjoy it. Like, get yourself a nice, good record player, a nice stylus, a nice little system, and like, you'll be so much happier. She's here again. You'll be so much happier. Music will sound so much better, and it's such a good album. And I don't know, I'm gushing about it. And let's check out some tracks right now.
Take my hand, off to never, never land. Trusting who we are, and nothing else matters.
What do you think about that album, Pickles? It was very good. I prefer Kitty. Look at the camera when you talk. Look at the camera. My favorite song is Cat Scratch Fever. That's my favorite song. Cat Scratch Fever. Alright, she's not impressed. So now we're going to do our next week episode. She loves me and I care, but she makes me laugh. Now we're going to do our next week episode. I didn't give you the breakdown, I think, of what this is worth on Discogs. This ranges from $19 to $64 on Discogs. You can't really see. There you go. 19 to 64 on Discogs, so nothing special. I've added a few more things to my collection, and now my collection is up to 502 releases. I did it, y'all. I did it. 500. Look how cute this cat is. 502 releases. All right, so here we go. We're at our top. You see there, we're in the head PE, and the is up there because of the asterisks or whatever, Weird Al because of the end quotes, and then you're in 30 Seconds to Mars, and you're in the zeros, 36 Crazy Fits. So, let's do our random shake. Oh, I love this album. It's going to be controversial. But we got Eat Me, Drink Me. Bye, Pick. Eat Me, Drink Me by Marilyn Manson. I love this album. This is the 2020 re-release of it, but this album, I believe, is from like 2007 or 8. Marilyn Manson era. Banger songs on this. If I Was Your Vampire, Putting Holes in Happiness, Red Carpet Grave, They Say Hell's Not Hot, Just a Car Crash Away, Heart-Shaped Glasses, which I believe was the single, Evidence, Are You the Rabbit, Mutilation Is the Most Sincere Form of Flattery, You and Me and the Devil Makes Three, Eat Me, Drink Me. I like this album a lot. I'm looking for... Oh, looking forward to that. Black Album. If Kiss Revenge is a 10, this one's a 9. This one's a 10. 9. 9.5. 9.5. 9.5. Fuck it, it's a 10. The Black Album's a 10. Kiss Revenge is a 10. Eat Me, Drink Me, we'll have to see. So remember, y'all, your homework is Eat Me, Drink Me from Marilyn Manson. And I'm excited. I love this album. I'm happy this one came up. We got some good ones right away. This is cool. This is fun. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Until then, we'll see you next time. Peace.